This is Providence Television International, the game changer.
Welcome to the Week in Review on Providence Television International. My name is Ugbebo Ikekwa. President Bola Tinubu has raised the proposed 2025 budget from 49.7 trillion naira to 54.2 trillion naira, citing additional revenues generated by key government agencies. The president conveyed the budget adjustment in separate letters sent to both the Senate and the House of Representatives, which were read during Wednesday's plenary by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. President Tinubu stated that the increase was driven by 1.4 trillion naira in additional revenue from the Federal Inland Revenue Service, 1.2 trillion naira from the Nigeria Customs Service, and 1.8 trillion naira generated by other government agencies. The Federal Road Safety Corps has called for caution on the part of motorists following the 30 lives lost in a road accident which occurred on the Benin-Ore-Ijebu-Ode Expressway in Odigbo, local government area of Ondo State, on Saturday evening. The deceased were burned to death when two buses conveying them had a head-on collision and burst into flames. Confirming the incident, the sector commander of the FRSC, Mr. Samuel Ibitoye, disclosed that preliminary investigation showed that one of the vehicles involved in the accident drove against traffic. The police commands of the Federal Capital Territory, Kwara, and Delta states have begun the enforcement of the third-party motor vehicle insurance in line with the directive of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetukun. All vehicle owners are required to possess a valid third-party insurance policy before operating on Nigerian roads. The police has urged individuals without any form of insurance to get insured immediately to avoid penalties. The insurance policy is mandatory and designed to protect road users from financial losses in case of accidents. It covers damages caused to another person's vehicle, property, or bodily injury resulting from an accident involving the insured vehicle. Edo State Police Command on Thursday stated that its operatives arrested 4 officers of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps for allegedly beating and inflicting bodily injury on a Bolt driver, Henry Osenwekia, which eventually led to his death on February 4th. The Public Relations Officer of the command, DSP Moses Yamu, confirmed the incident. However, the NSCDC Public Relations Officer, Edo State Command, Fosa Ugbebo, denied the allegation that his personnel were arrested by the police. Both drivers on Thursday staged a peaceful protest and converged on the premises of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Edo State Council. The Independent National Electoral Commission on Thursday, 6th February 2025, failed to produce witnesses to defend the declaration of Senator Monday Okwewolo as winner of the September 21st, 2024 governorship election in Edo State. At the resumed hearing of the ongoing Edo Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja, INEC announced through their lawyers that they have closed their case due to their inability to present witnesses after 3 documents previously submitted by the PDP as evidence. The next sitting of the tribunal is slated for Monday, 10th February 2025, when the APC Council is expected to open its defense. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okwewolo has approved the appointment of Theophilus Egbodion, a seasoned professional and dedicated public servant, as the pioneer chairman of Edo State Commission for Persons with Disabilities. Mr. Egbodion expressed gratitude to the governor and assured that he will serve with compassion while prioritizing the needs of the people living with physical challenges. It is instructive to note that in July 2022, Edo State government passed the bill for Edo State persons living with disabilities into law. The law, among other things, seeks to fully integrate people with disabilities into society and project their rights. Suspended Edo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Right Honorable Samson Osagi, has decried his suspension and alleged engagement in financial infractions with the chairman of the Local Government Service Commission, Honorable Damian Lawani. Right Honorable Sagi stated he was never involved with any financial dealing with the chairman of the Local Government Service Commission, stressing that he is ready to defend his hard-earned reputation and integrity to prove his innocence. On Wednesday, February 5th, 2025, in a press statement signed by the Secretary to Edo State Government, Umar Ihilo Esquire, the suspension of Right Honorable Samson Osagi as Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Edo State, was made known to the public. Providence Television International will bring you more details as the drama unfolds. One-time president of the Benin Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Chief Benjamin Ezekwere, JP, has called on the federal government to create a conducive environment for indigenous manufacturers to produce electric transformers in the country. Chief Ezekwere decried the importation of transformers, stating that indigenous manufacturers are capable of producing transformers that meet up with international standards. He emphasized that efficient power distribution will be enhanced if transformers are locally produced, noting that such transformers will cost far less than the transformers presently being imported into the country.
I've spent in this electrical business almost throughout my life.
Oh yes. Now those transformers, you've been buying them or you've been manufacturing them?
My concept was to produce it in Benin here.
Good.
That's the essence of that.
Yes, let's have that picture again. The transformers. Yes,
yes.
That's right.
That's the essence of that headquarters.
Okay.
I acquired the land from a Wodiaria village. I built it along that country home road. My concept then was to fabricate and produce transformers so that NEPA, in fact, I formed a memorandum, MOU, with NEPA so that we'll be producing transformers, NEPA will be collecting and be distributed.
So what happened to all of these opportunities?
When I now projected it to NEPA, we formed a MOU, but we went to Abuja. By then, they moved the headquarters of NEPA to Abuja.
Good.
When we went to Abuja to sign final MOU, then the GM of NEPA then, Engineer Hamzat, now KV the file, simply because he wanted me to transfer the company from here to Kaduna.
Dangote Petroleum Refinery has reduced the price of petrol from 950 naira to 890 naira effective from Saturday. In a statement issued by the Group Chief Branding and Communications Officer, Anthony Chiejina, the company explained that this decision reflects its commitment to aligning with market realities and ensuring that consumers benefit from changes in international crude oil prices. It further disclosed that the price reduction will result in meaningful decrease of petrol nationwide, thereby driving down the prices of goods and services, as well as the overall cost of living, with a positive ripple effect on various sectors of the economy. The refinery management also called on marketers across the country to ensure that the benefits of the reduced prices are passed on to Nigerians. Amidst stiff competition in the downstream oil sector, several oil marketers have opted to remove the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited logo from their filling stations, opting to terminate franchise agreements with the national oil firm. The move comes in response to the recent crash in refined product prices by Dangote Refinery, which has reduced loading cost of premium motor spirit, otherwise called petrol, making it more attractive for independent marketers. The recent price cut by Dangote Petroleum Refinery, which slashed its loading cost from 950 naira to 890 naira per litre, has intensified competition among marketers, making it more flexible to source fuel at cheaper rates without being tied to NNPCL's pricing structure. A renowned clergyman, Apostle Wilson Osayemwida, has called on Christian leaders to desist from misleading converts for financial gains. Apostle Osayemwida stated this during an interview session on the program The Road to the Vineyard on Providence Television International. He decried the practice in which the scriptures are misinterpreted for personal benefits, noting that the church is now being viewed by many as a business venture. He noted that spiritual upliftment should be the focus of clergymen instead of the pursuit of materialism.
So when you see a man of God or so supposedly man of God acting in such way, because when you mislead because of personal gain, you would have done an eternal damage, sometimes irrevocable, unless by the grace of God, such a one is now fortunate to meet the true messenger that will bring them, incorporate them back again. And right now, the difficulty in Christianity is re-evangelizing those that have been evangelized to before. Those that believe they are believers, but in the real sense, they don't even know. It's like when you are being, many people are going on a direction which they don't know the destination.
And now to sports. Speculations about the Golden Eaglets making the cut for the 2025 Under-17 AFCON in Morocco have eventually been crushed after the Confederation of African Football announced plans to complete the slots for this year's expanded tournament overlooking Nigeria. The Under-17 AFCON will take place in Morocco between March 30th and April 19th, 2025, and will be a qualifier for the 2025 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar in November, a tournament Nigeria has won 5 times. This miss marks a major setback for Nigeria's age-grade football. Super Eagles striker Kelechi Iheanacho completed his medical with Middlesbrough on Monday ahead of his unveiling for a loan move until the end of the season. The 28-year-old Nigerian international endured a difficult spell in Spain since joining Sevilla from Leicester City last summer, failing to score in 9 La Liga appearances. His only goals for the club came in the Copa del Rey, where he scored 3 times. Middlesbrough will cover the entire €2 million that Iheanacho is still owed by Sevilla for the remainder of the campaign. Former Bendel Insurance defender Benjamin Tanimu has teamed up with Edo State Football Association to bankroll a football tournament in the state. The tournament tagged Benjamin Tanimu Under-15 football tournament is fixed for March 1st to April and is meant to inspire as well as support talented young people. At the press conference on Monday, the Edo State FA chairman, Fred Erunse, stated that the registration for the inaugural edition had commenced, adding that school kids between ages 13 and 15 were the target of the tournament. Football fans have taken to social media to celebrate former Super Eagles defender Taye Taiwo's induction into Olympique Marseille's prestigious club of legends. The 39-year-old, who made 271 appearances for the French club between 2005 and 2011, scored 25 goals with 23 assists. He joins an elite group of footballers including Samer Nasri, Lori Kana, Mamadou Niang, Fabrizio Ravanelli and Paulo Cesar in Marseille's Hall of Fame. Taiwo, who retired from football in 2019, has been living in France and is one of only 4 Nigerians to have played for Marseille alongside Wilson Oruma, Joseph Yobo and Victor Agali. And now to boxing. Former 2-time heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua is ready to return to action with 6 potential opponents lined up for his next fight. The British-Nigerian boxer has been inactive since his 5th-round knockout loss to IBF world champion Daniel Dubois last September. Joshua has earned over $200 million in his career, including $75 million from fights in 2024 alone. And to the foreign scene, a 57-year-old U.S. military officer of Nigerian origin, Amanda Zubuike, has made history as the first Nigerian woman to be decorated as Brigadier General in the United States Army. Her career took off when she graduated from flight school as a UH-1 pilot and began her military service at Hunter Army Airfield in Georgia, where she served as platoon leader with the 924th Aviation Support Battalion. She later joined the 3rd Military Intelligence Battalion Aerial Exploitation in South Korea as operations officer and RC-12 pilot, following her completion of a military intelligence captain's career course and fixed-wing multi-engine qualification course. Azubike's academic achievements also include a Master of Professional Studies in Public Relations and Corporate Communications from Georgetown University. Over her 30-year career, she transitioned from aviation to strategic and leadership roles, excelling in intelligence, public affairs, and senior advisory positions. Notable contributions include serving as Deputy Commanding Officer at the U.S. Army Cadets Command, Chief of Public Affairs for the U.S. Southern Command, and Senior Military Advisor at the Pentagon. A Nigerian woman based in the United States, Abayomi Wint, has been sworn in as a judge for the Kings County, New York Civil Court. Abayomi is one of the 8 candidates elected as judges in Brooklyn, having been nominated by Brooklyn district leaders. The swearing-in ceremony took place in Brooklyn Law School, where she took the oath of office in the presence of her family and friends, who celebrated the moment dressed in green and white, reflecting Nigeria's national colors. Donald Trump's call for the United States to take over and own Gaza after its Palestinian population is entirely displaced has stunned human rights advocates and politicians, prompting condemnations and forceful rejections of the proposal. Trump took his proposal to a new level during a news conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Tuesday, saying the U.S. will acquire the Palestinian territory. Critics argue that Trump is not only advocating ethnic cleansing in Gaza, but also proposing the acquisition of land by force in violation of the United Nations Charter. Thousands of protesters in Bangladesh have demolished and set fire to the home of the country's founding leader, late Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, as his daughter, ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, delivered a speech on social media calling on her supporters to stand against the interim government. The attack on Wednesday night was prompted by a speech Hasina planned to give to supporters from exile in neighboring India, where she fled last August after a deadly student-led uprising against her 15-year rule. And now to the exchange rates for today, February 8, 2025. $1 US, its equivalent in naira is now 1,562 naira. €1 now stands at 1,613 naira. The British pound, 1,937 naira, and the Canadian dollar now stands at 1,093 naira. And that's the week in review on Providence Television International. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.